Melody Sherry, a woman who has survived heartbreak, betrayal, and one of the messiest divorces reality TV has ever seen, walking confidently into a courthouse with Jason, her bodyguard, and security. Melody wasn't there for games, she wasn't there for petty drama, she was there for serious business. Now, let's be real. Melody doesn't even check for Arrion Curry. She doesn't care to see her, she doesn't care to acknowledge her, and honestly, she'd rather pretend Arrion doesn't even exist. But on this particular day, Arrion was right there. And from the very beginning, her mouth was running nonstop. According to Melody herself, Arrion was throwing shade, talking slick, and trying to push every button possible. It wasn't random, it was intentional. She wanted Melody to snap. She wanted Melody to step out of character. And let's keep it real. Some fans admitted they kind of wanted Melody to tap her real good. But here's the thing. Melody knew she had way too much to lose. This wasn't the time, this wasn't the place, and most importantly, she knew exactly why Arrion was there. Arrion was there to provoke her. And who else was standing right there, grinning like a schoolboy? None other than Martell Holt. Yes, Martell was right there, standing with Arrion, laughing, smirking, and acting like this was some high school hallway drama instead of a courthouse filled with deputies and attorneys. That's the level of immaturity we're talking about here. Now stick with me, because what unfolded next shows you just how low these two were willing to go. They weren't just at the courthouse by coincidence. They came with a purpose. Now let's talk about the elevator moment, because this is where things got extremely disrespectful. Melody and Jason were waiting for the elevator, minding their business. Suddenly, Arrion and Martell deliberately walked right in front of them. Not behind, not beside, but directly in front, as if to send a message. We own this space. They stepped into the elevator first, positioning themselves right in front of Melody and Jason. And throughout that ride down, Arrion kept chirping under her breath, making slick remarks, while Martell egged her on with childish laughter. Imagine the disrespect. Melody kept her composure on the outside, but inside she admitted she was boiling. She later revealed she almost lunged at Arrion right there in that elevator. And honestly, if Jason hadn't pulled her back and whispered, "This isn't the place," things could have gone left real quick. Jason, being the professional he is, reminded Melody that the first floor of that courthouse was swarming with deputies, all ready to intervene at the slightest altercation. And here's the kicker, Arrion knew that too. That's exactly why. She got loud and bold as soon as those elevator doors opened in front of all those officers. She wanted Melody to lose control right there in front of law enforcement so she could play the victim. Think about that for a second. Arrion didn't want a fair fight. She didn't want a one-on-one. She wanted a scene. She wanted evidence. She wanted to trap Melody in a moment that could ruin her reputation, ruin her brand, and even affect her custody battles. This wasn't just petty shade. This was calculated. Now, let's move to what happened after the elevator, because if you thought it couldn't get any more disturbing, just wait. As Melody and Jason tried to leave the courthouse, Arrion was still running her mouth. At one point, she even made slick comments about Jason being Melody's boyfriend, clearly trying to embarrass her in front of everyone. And instead of calming things down, Martell laughed along, grinning like a child who just pulled a prank. The disrespect was on another level. But here's where it got truly chilling. Jason, with his trained security eye, noticed something Melody didn't. A tall, light-skinned, muscular man hanging around, pretending to be on the phone. Jason realized this man wasn't just a random passerby. He was with Martell and Arrion. And according to Melody, this man was allegedly there to sneak record her, waiting for the moment she finally snapped. If Melody had so much as raised her voice, that man would have caught it all on camera, ready to spin it into evidence against her. And here's the kicker. This wasn't some coincidence. Melody later confirmed that the same man had been spotted with Martell and Arrion before, at a place called Connor's. That means this wasn't random, this was premeditated. They literally brought in someone to spy, to record, to trap her. And let's not forget, Martell had already been convicted of harassment, yet here he was again, allegedly plotting another setup against the mother of his children. Now let me pause right here, because this is the kind of drama where you absolutely cannot click away. Stay with me until the very end, because what's about to come next will blow your mind even more. So back to the courthouse. Arrion kept chirping, and Melody, finally fed up, clapped back. She told Arrion to worry more about her own daughter, who allegedly once said she wished Melody was her mom, instead of trying to start fights. And that line cut deep. That shut Arrion down immediately. Suddenly, all that loud energy she had disappeared. That moment told fans everything they needed to know. Arrion could talk slick when Martell was laughing beside her, but when Melody confronted her directly, she had no real fight in her. Let's not forget, even Martell himself has admitted in Moi the past that Melody can fight. Even he knows she's not the one to mess with. Yet instead of respecting the mother of his kids, he continues to team up with Arrion, of all people, to antagonize her. And as if that wasn't enough, after the court hearing ended, Martell and Arrion allegedly took things to another level. Instead of leaving, they circled their car back around toward Melody, rolled down the window, and Martell allegedly made threats while Arrion sat right there in the passenger seat. Melody, Jason, and even blogger Hannah Grace reportedly witnessed it. This was after Martell had already been convicted for harassment. Can you imagine? That tells you everything you need to know. This wasn't coincidence. This wasn't random. This was Martell and Arrion on a mission to provoke Melody into losing everything. But guess what? Melody wasn't having it. Instead of snapping, she went right back into the courthouse and reported everything to the city attorney. And now there's talk that this could lead to more charges for Martell, and possibly even consequences for Arrion. Now, let me remind you, don't click away, don't skip, because the layers of this story run deep. We've seen Martell spiral before. We've seen him cheat. We've seen him drag Melody's name through the mud. We've seen him embarrass his family. But this time he may have gone too far. His actions might actually land him in deeper trouble than ever before. And while all of this is happening, the Scotts, Kimmy, Letitia, Maurice, and Marceau are watching too. They've seen Martell lose control before. They've seen him lash out. They've seen him attack character. And now, watching him team up with Arrion to pull stunts at a courthouse, it's becoming clearer than ever that his behavior isn't just reckless. It's dangerous. This entire ordeal proves something important. Arrion isn't just some innocent bystander in this drama. She's actively involved, actively provoking, actively trying to step into Melody's light. But the reality is, she can never be Melody. And maybe, deep down, that's what eats her alive. Fans are now left wondering, what's next? Will Martell face new charges? Will Arrion finally be held accountable for her role in this mess? And how will Melody continue to protect her peace, her brand, and most importantly, her children from this circus? One thing is for sure. This drama is far from over. From the elevator to the courthouse steps, from the mysterious man with the phone to Martell's threats from the car, every single detail paints the picture of a man and a woman, desperate to tear Melody down, and a woman who refuses to break no matter what. And remember this, the truth always comes to light. Melody has proven time and time again that no matter how much Martell and Arrion try to bait her, she's too smart, too strong, and too focused on her future to let them win. And as this story continues to unfold, one thing is clear. Martell and Arrion may think they're in control, but in reality, they're only exposing themselves more and more with every move they make.